research uses a qualitative research, and the primary data resource is the sign language Quran Mushaf in Quran Kemenak application, and the secondary data includes a literature that relate to this topic, and the data collection technique include digital observation. We observing the application interface and the structure of sign symbols per word or per letter, and the available accessibility features. And second, documentation by collecting document, screenshot, guidebook, and related reference referred to the study. For data analysis, the study used content analysis supported by theory of Rosem and Tajwid. Rosem refers to the reading system of the Quran, and Tajwid refers to the rules of Quran recitation. Then this is about the sign language Quran Mushaf. This picture is a screenshot from the application. The sign language Quran Mushaf was officially legalized by LPMQ in digital form in 2022 and published in printed version in 2023. It recognized as the world's first officially standardized sign language Quran by government for deaf users. The Mushaf was created to provide accessible Quranic learning and to standardize visual sign symbols systematically for Quranic recitation. The design of the sign language Quran Mushaf. The first row, it is a Quranic text in Arabic, and the second row is the symbol that represent of the Quranic text. Then, how to read the sign language Quran Mushaf? There is two methods to read the sign language Quran Mushaf. The first is Kitabah method, and the second is Tilawah method. The Kitabah method is a sign system based on written forms, so the readers must represent every letter in the Quran through sign language. For the example, and the Tilawah method, we represent based on the tajwid, based on the rules of how to recite the Quran. So, the finding show that the sign language Quran Mushaf preserve the originality and authenticity of the Quranic text. The Kitabah method maintains the arrangement of letters and verses according to the Rasul Usmani. Sign symbols are placed directly beneath each word to preserve textual structure, and the Tilawah method accommodates tajwid recitation rules through visual gestural signs. This preservation is supported by clear guidelines and ethical principles in reading and learning. Therefore, the transformation into sign language does not reduce the sacredness of the Quran, but instead expands accessibility for the deaf Muslim. From the perspective of mediatization theory, the emergence of the sign language Quran Mushaf represents the adaptation of Quran literacy into digital and visual media forms. The sign language Quran Mus'haf is not merely a communication tool but part of a broader religious mediatization process in which religious transmission adapt to media logic. Through this process, Quranic access become more inclusive and accessible for the deaf community. Sign language Quran Mus'haf literacy for religious liberation. Literacy refers to the ability to read, write, and understand text. And in this study, literacy refers to the ability of deaf users to read and understand the sign language Quran Mus'haf. Religious liberation refers to freedom and equal access to religious learning and practice. In the context of religious liberation, people with hearing disabilities have the right to access the Quran and participate equally in the religious life. And the sign language Quran Mus'haf demonstrate the Indonesian government's commitment to providing equal rights for people with disabilities to access the Holy Quran. In conclusion, the sign language Quran Mus'haf represents an important transformation in digital Quranic literacy, and it successfully preserves the authenticity of the Quran while adapting into a visual gestural medium for deaf users. And the application of the sign language Quran Mus'haf serves as a medium of religious liberation that frees the deaf community from barriers of accessibility to religious literacy, giving them the autonomy to the study in the digital era. At the same time, it functions as an inclusive medium of religious liberation that expands access to Islamic learning for the deaf community in Indonesia. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, thank you so much to all the presenters. So I'm going to open up the space for about 10 minutes of questions. Does anyone have any questions for our presenters?
This one is for Nazril. When you talk about NWPI opening for female students, what was the reaction back then towards it?